is up, guys? Raymond here, also known as Rayvision, and check it out. Today what we are going to be playing some Forza Horizon 2. What you are currently watching is a BMW M3 2008 being built for some cheeky sideways shenanigans. So what I did is I kept the default engine in, then I went and added up the twin turbos aspiration conversion, and then I basically leveled up everything in the engine, giving me about 697 horsepower. And then I did a couple adjustments here and there. As usual, if you want to have access to this drift, simply go and look for drifts, top speed, or subscribe to me as a creator. Drift, then best for speed, and it should be under the file name of Ray Drift, because, well, my name is Ray, and the car is meant for sideways shenanigans. Or else, just before we get on, as usual, I want to ask you guys, leave your car recommendations in the comments below. No recommendations, no cars. I know you guys have a lot of recommendations. Sometimes I don't have the chance, but I can guarantee you that if you keep recommending your car, eventually I'll get around to it, because, well, at the rate this is going, we're probably going to have done half the cars in Forza by the time Forza 6 comes out. So that is that plan. Here I'm just doing a bit of a tuning here and there, dropping the suspension because I like it low. Get low. Okay, well, let's forget I just did that. Okay. So, well, what has been going on? Watched some brilliant Top Gear last night. If you did not watch it, cover your, well, actually, not really spoilers. I'm just gonna say one thing. It was brilliant. I loved it. And I was like, oh my gosh, Top Gear. I love it. This is like, okay, so right now at this time of year, there's a few shows I'm watching, but Top Gear just started up. And usually, you know, you have that one show a week where you're like, you're really hyped up to go watch it. You can't wait. Back, I haven't had, it used to be Ruby, and now it's Top Gear. You wonder why? Because Top Gear is freaking amazing. For example, not this week's episode, but last week's episode. This week's episode was very good, don't get me wrong. But last week's episode, I could not stop laughing. It was so funny. Stupid Ford. And actually, I think that was Mercedes. I'm not sure. We'll see. Anyways, I had a lot of fun drifting with this M3. This is about, like, after 5 minutes drifting. Here's the thing, every drift car I make, every car that you'll go drifting takes, drifts a little differently, and so it's always good to adjust yourself to how a car drifts, and it always takes like a 5-10 minutes to do that, and so I don't always cut that period out, but for this car I decided to, because once you get this M3 going, it really does extremely well in the corners, and one of the things you can do is you can pull that handbrake really early on this car and hold it. You just have to be really smart about when you get it. But at one point, I just go at 80 miles an hour and I pull the e-brake and I just hold it for a good 3-4 seconds, and then I do a massive entry. And it sort of, I'm not the best at doing this, let's face it. It sort of does a pretty cool entry, but not the best ever. And you can tell that this is a very stable drift car, because look at this. I'm not the best drifter out there, and most of the time I can't do donuts around this plant thing with most drift cars, or at least not consistently non-stop like I'm doing right now. First of all, that's just because of how the gears tune. It makes it a lot easier, but it's really easy to keep this car steady in the corners, and I really love it. Like, the M3 is a classic sideways shenanigans car. It really is. Like, why not an M3? I saw some people in the comments were suggesting P1 and a Bugatti Veyron. I'm like, maybe we'll get around to it. Well, actually, I'd love to get around to those cars. I'd have to buy them first, but, you know, I want to get a chance to probably do all the cars that you guys want to do first, and then maybe we'll get into some of my own personal favorites. But before that, I will have to get through all your guys' requests, so be sure to leave those in comments. Look at that sideways entry. So I got a bit too much speed carried out there, so I didn't really drift coming out of the turn, and that's the issue. I only put in like 3-4 tries, and those are the two, like, sort of good ones where I didn't crash into cars. But the idea being is, if I take the turn, the e-brake just a little earlier, I could really drift out of that turn. So as usual, guys, I want to thank you all for watching. Leave your comments below and your suggestions below. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.